video. This is going to be a Crimson Desert review roundup. There's 28 minutes until I can do that, so if you're watching this later, skip ahead to when the review embargo drops. Keep in mind, it will only be PC reviews. I have been cautioning people to hold off on pre-ordering on console. We don't have great looks at console footage. We've got 2 videos on PlayStation Japan. They're not the greatest quality. It's really hard to gauge. And we will only get PC reviews when this embargo drops, okay? It's probably going to land mid-80s or high 80s. That's what I've been saying, because I think it's probably a good game with performance problems that'll run, mileage dependent on your PC. I'm going to end the previous stream where we did a waiting room, and I'm going to bring people over with Redirect. And thank you guys so much for hanging with me the entirety of the day. All right. As you guys come over into the new stream, do me a huge favor. Go absolutely insane on the like button. Let's get a high like count. That is super helpful to me. We are starting over. We are absolutely starting over with a brand new stream. So I'm going to need those likes. All right. I'm going to need those likes. Let me get the chat open as well. I need to get a new chat here. Hey, thank you so much, Lazaro. He's going to kick things off with a gifted member. Boom, to get us a 207. If you guys have never been here before, we do lots of gifting. Every 25, I gift one back. And if we hit the goal on the week, I stream Saturday night with my wife. It's a whole extra stream, and we have her react to gaming news. If you guys hit the stretch goal, my wife will have to play Crimson Desert this Saturday. So again, as you guys come in, hit the like button. Go crazy on that like button. You had amazing viewership from the last stream? Oh yeah, we'll probably climb again right now because people are looking for reviews. That's why we go about 30 minutes early, to give people a chance to get in here. I will be a first-time PC player when I own the Helix. What are your top 3 PC recommendations for first-time gamers to have a really good experience? Like, if the Helix is strong, I mean, it sounds like it's probably going to be pretty strong. I would get something like, the Spider-Man ports, Returnal, Ghost of Tsushima. Those are great games. So, someone says bait title. No, it's not. We are going to be looking at the review embargo in 26 minutes. What do you mean? Redirect didn't work. Redirect works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. There's already 800 people here, so go crazy on the like button, boys. Go crazy on that like button. Get us to 200 likes. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure and check your renewals. Make sure and check your primes. Yeah, Control's another good game to check out on PC for the first time if you've never played it. Genuine question. Why are people hyping this game up? Well, imagine it delivers everything that they've shown, right? Imagine it delivers everything that they've shown. It looks awesome. Fire shirt, by the way, thank you. It looks awesome. Like a crazy open world, really wild combat, all sorts of stuff you can do. You fish, you can hunt, crazy skill trees. Homie, it looks great. It looks great. My entire issue this entire time has been the marketing and cautioning the console boys. Yo, Destruction coming in here with a member plus. I know that's Lazaro. Thank you, sir. Good to see you, brother. I love PC so much. I can play anything from Red Dead to Streets of Rage. I tell you what game you should be playing right now is you should be playing Slay the Spire 2. It's basically a PC exclusive. You guys should also check out Grind Survivors. Grind Survivors. I'm going to continue to promote this little title. It just came out this week, and if you like Survivor-like games like Vampire Survivors or Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, this is the game here. I posted this on Twitter. It's a looter, shooter, twin stick looter shooter basically, but it's a survivor. So you get guns, you get loot, you reforge the guns, you infuse the guns into each other to make them stronger, up their color from gray to green to blue to purple to legendary, and then you up the difficulty. It's so fun. It's so raucous. It's called Grind Survivors. It's on every platform but the Switch. So please check that one out. Support those little devs when they develop such awesome, fun games. Thoroughly enjoying it. I'm hooked, man. I am hooked. It's a good one. And I don't even play games on my PC because I typically game in the living room. And I even played a little Slay the Spire 2 yesterday when I was done streaming. It's such a fun game. It's so good. Is this an ad? No. Not sponsored. Just a game recommendation. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with that studio. I don't even know the name of the studio. Somebody put the trailer in our Discord, and I was like, yo, that looks fun. Let me try it. And I've just been hooked. It's really fun on the PlayStation Portal. It's like a perfect Portal game. So, as you guys come in, make sure you are hitting that like button. And thank you for the coffee order, Jen. She ordered 6 bags of the Frickmas a while ago. We do have our own coffee. Coffee's getting expensive. Ours has been marked down significantly to $10.95 a bag. That's cheaper than you can get it at the dadgum grocery store. People in chat will tell you how good it is. It does support me and my family. They bag it up and ship it to you. You get thank you notes from my kiddos. The main thing we're focused on is we're trying to get to 600 paying members on the channel. If you've never done that on YouTube, give it a try. You get a badge and emotes. You also get into my members only Discord. If you don't do that or can't do that or don't want to do that, totally fine. Hit the like button. You might get a gifted member from somebody else. Oh, that's somebody you know, Zubair. Okay. The gamer said it has some bugs. Inventory was bad. Bosses were tough. Need some quality of life improvements, but said it was a diamond in the rough and they had fun. World design great. Combat great. The main thing we've been hearing is that the combat and the world exploration is fantastic. Yeah, that's what we've been hearing. That's like the main takeaways. My biggest concern has been a lot of the combat in the trailers, there's tons of enemies. And that's where performance struggles. And I'm like, well, that's going to make combat really annoying. Like, who wants to be having your frame rate drop from 60 to 30s and 40s just because there's a lot of NPCs? I mean, if you watch their combat and progression trailer, it's commonly showing that. Commonly. Just enemies everywhere, which looks awesome. You need a haircut? Okay, thank you. Blazin' Bender with a membership renewal. Thank you so much. I was trying to think of a comeback, but I'm literally getting a haircut this week. So it's like I actually kind of agree with you. I usually get it cut every 5 weeks. So I didn't really have a clapback. It's like, yeah, I kind of do. I didn't have a clapback. I was like, yeah, I know. Rude. That's rude. I have a haircut scheduled this week, you jerk. If you guys haven't done so already, there's so many of you here. Hit the like button. Introduce yourself in chat. People have been calling me a hater. All I've been trying to do is tell people not to pre-order. Yeah, here's an example. Fights like this. Hang on. This is back to back. These are the kind of fights they showcase. And I've been like, I'd hold off, folks. I don't know if stuff like this is going to be tough on a console. It's going to be tough. There's so many NPCs. I love the wrestling moves, by the way. But, like, look how many homies are hanging out here. Right? There's so many. Yo, John coming in with the VIP. Boom, boom. VIPs and Member Pluses count as 2. Thank you for that brand new member. We have a big goal on the channel. We are trying to get to 600 paying members. We currently have 531, thanks to Mr. John. So consider joining today and help us hit that goal. This goal that says 211, that's the weekly goal from gifteds and re-ups. That's for the Saturday stream with my wife. That's something separate that you obviously can help us with. Why are so many people hating? We're all on the same team. We just want to play something great and have fun. And I don't want anybody to buy the game and to be like super disappointed because they didn't get a good look at it beforehand. I don't want anybody to have that experience. Broken surprise of the VIP. Let's add it to the total. 212 on the week. There it is. YouTube, you did it. 100 on the day. I owe YouTube a 5-bomb. That's the deal. What's this guy saying? Oh, that's crazy. This guy says only an idiot would buy a Pro. I don't know, man. The PS5 Pro is, did you see the PSSR 2 update? You see all the praise that like Maximilian and Digital Foundry and others are heaping on it? Man, it's really hitting above its weight class. It's I don't know, man. It's a pretty awesome console. Big turnout over there on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. You may remember me from Destiny coverage way back in the day. We're now a variety gaming channel. Make sure you're following and supporting. If you don't want to see ads over there, just sub to the channel or use your Prime and you'll never see them on Twitch. So many vids out there on the game. How can anyone be surprised if they took the time to watch some reviews? Because there's virtually no console footage anywhere. There's PS5 Pro footage from Digital Foundry. Even that has issues. Like, you know what I mean? Still complaining about Crimson Desert? No, but folks like you keep coming in and saying that because, I don't know. You're sensitive, I guess. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. The game will be out tomorrow and you'll be able to play it. I wouldn't trust a lot of reviewers. I don't think a lot of them are paid shills. I don't think that that's true at all. I think a lot of them are maybe like a little on the nice side or diplomatic, but I don't think they're paid shills. I think that's generally not true at all. They get access, they play and cover games. I've watched plenty of people get access to games and then they're very critical. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like that's very, very common. There is base PS5 footage. There is on the PlayStation Japan channel, and it doesn't look very good. It's like 1080 30, and it looks bad. I don't know what to tell you. We have been showing people the comparisons multiple times today. Multiple times today. I'm happy to do that for you. We got about, 17 minutes before it goes live. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Let me see if I can find... What was the one that had the dadgum dragon that we kept using? It was like perfect. Is it this? Is it features and overview? I swear it's this one. Yeah. Here we go. Let me give you your... Everybody loves this one. All right, hang on. It looks fine. You're a bit of a downer. Why want a game to be bad? You're putting words in my mouth. That's a form of straw man argumentation. I've consistently said that I think the game looks good and looks like it'll be fun. I've taken issue with the marketing and I'm worried about performance. Now that you've heard my position, maybe you can respond to that instead of the one that you just made up. Let's see. Okay, so here's marketing. This is running on YouTube, so there's no compression issues. Looks great. Graphics look great. The dragon section especially, super impressive, right? Here's the game on a base PS4. I'm sorry, base PS5. I think the best place to go is here. So... here's the marketing. Here's the trailer. Here's the only footage we have on a base PS5. I think it's a pretty significant and visible downgrade, and I think people should know that before pre-ordering. I also think you should know that the footage is 30 FPS quality mode, and it doesn't consistently run at 30 FPS. There's hitches and stutters in the footage that they've uploaded. I think you should know that. You can make up your mind. You can decide if that's good enough for you, if you think that looks great, if you think it's fine that it was marketed in this way and it took this long for you to get base console footage. If you think that's fine, then by all means, go right ahead. Video compression is not a thing. So why is video compression not affecting this video at all? Looks great, doesn't it? This is running on YouTube. I've intentionally set this to 1080. Why does it only affect this video? So this entire time they won't show us base console footage. When we finally see it, it looks like a visual downgrade, and for some reason only that video is affected by compression. Have you ever seen compression of a YouTube video completely transform what a game looks like? Compression typically affects like fast movement. You'll get like artifacting and blurring. These are freeze frames, brother. The camera's not moving. The camera's sitting still here. Camera's sitting still here. I don't know what PS5 is how many years old? I don't know. old enough that it ran Yote, Death Stranding 2, and AC Shadows, and Horizon Forbidden West. Really big open world, beautiful games. It ran them all just fine. I don't know. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. We've heard all the excuses all day long. We've heard all the excuses. Oh, the console's 6 years old. Yote looks and runs beautifully on the PlayStation 5. So does Assassin's Creed Shadows. So does Death Stranding 2. I don't know. You know that the recommended graphics card from Pearl Abyss is a 2080? You know the 2080 is older than the PlayStation 5? Did you know that? I don't know what to tell you. I think it's weird to defend marketing like this. You guys, so many people seem so quick to run to talking points. The PlayStation 5 is 6 years old. It looks fine. People won't care about graphics. Like, you're just it's remarkable to me how people are so quick to defend misleading marketing. It's not as big, or Shadows. So because the map is big, it's okay for them to market the game in this way, to show you a version of the game that you're never going to experience. $2080 is way more capable than a PS5. Have you seen any of the hardware comparisons? Are you sure about that? You're overly critical of a game that hasn't come out yet? I'm not being critical of the game. I'm not. I've said that the game looks fun. We've heard the open world is awesome. We've heard the combat's awesome. I've said that the game looks fun. I've said it numerous times. I'm not being critical of the game at all. I'm talking about the marketing. You can't divide those two things. Like, it's very different. I've been like, oh, the game looks fun. Ever since I saw the first trailer, I was like, yo, this combat looks sick. That's not me being critical of the game. That's me being excited for the game. I'm concerned about the marketing, and I'm concerned about performance. I don't understand why. I really don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand. Nitpicky? The Digital Foundry footage on the PlayStation 5 Pro dropped into the 30s and 40s. That's not nitpicky. That's a severe problem. The minute there's lots of NPCs going from 60 FPS to 30 to 40. Like, what? That's not nitpicky at all. That's not like one-off stutters. That's like a literal performance issue. That's literally a performance issue. That's going to cause issues with the game when you go to play it. It's going to cause issues with the animations, the iframes, the blocks, all of it. Have you ever played a game where the frame rate drops that much? That's not going to be a good experience. A super chat from $0. Hey man, respect, but let's be fair. Pearl Abyss has been the most transparent out of any video game company that we've ever seen in our lives. They've not been transparent at all. They've been consistently dishonest. Thank you for the $2 super chat who says, I'm sorry it looks downright horrible. They've been consistently dishonest. They told Fighting Cowboy that the console footage was so good that we wouldn't believe it. Really? The console footage was so good that we wouldn't believe it. And they were going to send the console version of the game to Digital Foundry so they could give us videos. They didn't do that. They didn't send the console version of the game to Digital Foundry. They went with a PlayStation 5 Pro in hand to John Linneman. They went with the PlayStation 5 Pro and the game was pre-installed so that he could capture footage. So they didn't send them the game. They didn't actually send them the game. How is this transparent? Look at this performance, by the way. There's no compression that can cause shadows to disappear. Did compression cause that major frame hitch right there? Did you see that? Watch this. Dink. Big frame hit. Is compression causing the shadows in this town to like awkwardly render in and render out? Is compression causing that? Do you guys understand like what compression does to a video? It doesn't make entire elements of the graphics vanish. Does compression cause a game at a 30 FPS mode to not consistently run at 30 FPS? Maybe it's better in performance mode? That's generally not going to be how it goes. Actually, John Linneman playing it for Digital Foundry on the Pro, he actually got consistent performance from the 30 FPS quality mode on the Pro, but he didn't get it in the performance mode at 60. He didn't. The minute he went into an area with lots of NPCs, the frame rate dropped significantly. This is the thing that's crazy to me, too. The people that want to hand wave that, and they say that that's not that big of a deal. Look at how often they marketed the game with like big, huge fights. This is a trailer, by the way. See how many NPCs, how many enemies are there? And explosions and everything else? There's like only like 4 sections in the Digital Foundry video that have lots of NPCs, and when there's lots of NPCs, the frame rate drops into like the 40s and 60s. I'm sorry, the 40s and 30s out of 60. It's supposed to maintain 60. Like, look how many guys are here. Do you see? The Digital Foundry dude was kiting lots of enemies in one spot. No, that's false. He was in a town and picked a fight with enemies. There were roughly this many people in the town, and he picked the fight, and the frame rate dropped significantly. Like, it's remarkable. It's truly remarkable. The degree to which the misleading and dishonest marketing, the degree to which people are defending this game. Nitpicking, rage baiting, unrealistic expectation nonsense. Are you just putting all the same token buzzwords? It's like you guys were given talking points somewhere. It's like you were given talking points. Tell him that his expectations are unreasonable. Tell him he's rage baiting. Tell him he's nitpicking. I think running this hard defense force for video games, man, do I think it's embarrassing behavior. It's so pathetic. It's like they're literally actively doing all of the token red flag marketing things that people do. It's so cliche. We've been here so many times. There are going to be no reviews for console, only PC. Major red flag we've seen before with Cyberpunk. Like, and people are just actively defending. They're actively defending it. Like, everything I've said since we started this stream 22 minutes ago, I haven't been critical of the game. I haven't said the game will be bad. I'm like, I think the game looks fun. I've heard the open world is awesome. I've heard the combat's awesome. But the marketing has been irritating. And the performance is going to be an issue for folks on console. That's not hate or criticism or rage bait. It isn't. People just keep coming in and saying the same thing over and over. It's like they all gathered together and said, anybody saying anything about this game, go tell them they're nitpicking, rage baiting, and having bad expectations. Irrational thought versus hype, a 2026 gamer reality. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I just want people to be informed about the game, that's all. I want them to know that you don't have access to any good footage on console, and you will get getting any reviews for console either. $2 from Dragonkin says, ignore these goofballs. They're trying to bait you. Their bait's weak. It's about as weak as a lot of their opinions. $5 super chat from $0. I'm more picky and skeptical than most gamers, and I'm super impressed with the launch campaign of Pearl Abyss. There comes a point where it's being pedantic. I don't understand. They literally would not give us console gameplay footage. They didn't give anybody access to console pre-launch. How I don't. People are calling that transparent. We've been here before. Imagine any other studios doing this. Imagine any other studios doing this. Like not giving people console access, not giving people console footage. They literally said that the console footage was so good we wouldn't believe it. And they were going to give it to Digital Foundry. And then they literally didn't do that. It's remarkable to me. If any other studio would have done this, people would be up in arms. I don't understand what's going on with the cult following around this game. It's incredible to me. It's absolutely incredible. You are speculating? No, I'm cautioning people. I'm cautioning people. When you have this many red flags, I'm like, hey, y'all, I'd be careful. I wouldn't pre-order this. You can buy it later. Let's wait and see how it runs. Don't pre-order the game. It's insane to me that people are so in their feels and seething and malding and yelling at me about that. That's just remarkable. It's like, it should be studied. The degree of support this game has based off of a bunch of trailers where the graphics are cranked to 11 and you have access to almost no footage on console for people to make a good decision about. And the fact that people think that that's okay, I'm stunned. I truly am stunned. Being called a rage baiter for telling people to not pre-order. Being called a rage baiter. That's incredible to me. It's literally a review roundup stream where I'm just calmly engaging with you guys, expressing concern about the red flags, and people are like, "You're a rage baiter." Like, what in the world? It's remarkable to me. Just a dizzying display of like cult-like behavior. Yo, Snoop with 3 months. Keep up the good work as always. Stay solid and keep it real like you do. Appreciate the work. I have the base. It sucks that it dipped, but tomorrow we'll see. Thank you so much. Yeah, I cannot engage with my community, and I would like to be able to do that. So we're gonna have to switch chat. I don't think I've ever had 2,300 people for like a non-conference live event. So I can't interact with my community right now, and I would like to do that. I feel like I've interacted in good faith with you guys that have come in all day. We ran an 8-hour public stream where we went back and forth and we had our debates. I feel like I just went back and forth with you guys in good faith, but I can't even interact with my community right now. The chat was just moving so fast. So I'm sorry. 20 over 2,000 people. It makes it impossible for us to have a conversation. So sorry. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Moy Studios do 10% of what they did. Most AAA studios do 10% of what they did. Enough said. I don't agree with you. I think I've played plenty of AAA games that have been great and have plenty to do. Let's see. David Ferris with a $5 super chat says, this reminds me of the people who say PSSR 2 is the same as PSSR 1. Looking at a still image. Yeah, PSSR 2 isn't going to be a savior either. I think a lot of people have thought that it's going to like rejuvenate this game on Pro. Probably not. It's mainly there to clean up noise and clean up like the jittering that was happening with stuff. And thank you, Delon or Delon, probably. Delon? I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Hitting 214 on the week. Thank you for renewing. Guys, if you are enjoying the show and you're here just to get the information and you're here just to get the review roundup, hit that like button. Consider hitting subscribe so you can come back on another day and engage with me. I mean it. I enjoy debating and having a good faith discussion, but the chat just got too crazy. Like, I couldn't even read it anymore. It was moving so fast. A $5 super chat from Mythic Blade. We can only hope that they can fix any performance issues, if any. I imagine most people will be playing on the base PS5. Well, there's way more base PS5s in circulation than Xbox Series X's, as well as PS5 Pros. So, $5 super chat from Spice King. Huge day, shame. He paid all these people. That's right. Thank you so much, Spice King. So, I have been predicting that I think the PC Metacritic score will range in like the mid to high 80s because I do think it is a good game that's going to have a bunch of performance issues. I think it's going to be a fun game that hopefully they can commit to fixing the issues we've seen on console. So, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. If you want to talk in chat, you do need to be a member. We did turn that on. Let me turn the timer off, and then we'll go ahead and refresh this. 79. Landing a little bit lower than I thought it was going to land. We'll keep refreshing. We'll keep refreshing. You got an 86. 79. How many do you have, Chill Will? I've got 51 total reviews. It'll probably take a second to update. It could climb out of that. There'll probably be a lot more reviews. Let me get OpenCritic as well. Let me see if I can get OpenCritic. OpenCritic sometimes trends a little bit higher. Back to summary. OpenCritic's only got 5 so far, so we'll just keep refreshing Metacritic. 79 is an oof. I'd be kind of concerned that this is where it's going to probably perform the best. I mean, if this is where it's going to perform the best, I've been saying that, like, I actually expected it to score pretty well over here because it looked like a pretty good game to me. I was just worried about performance issues and the marketing. I wouldn't say this is like a Game of the Year bang out score that people were expecting. People were expecting this to be a Game of the Year contender. People in talking about this like it's been the second coming. I mean, did you see the people in my chat today? It was wild, bro. Let's go. Typically what I like to do on a review roundup is I like to grab the lowest score and I like to grab the highest score and then stuff in between. So let's do that now, all right? Oh my. Okay. We got critical hits at a 45. We've got, let's see, we got some low ones here. The gamer at a 70, Screen Rant's at a 70. Let's grab another one. There's a couple down here. I'm really surprised to see some of these. I did not think it was going to score this poorly on PC. All right, let's grab an 80. And then let's grab... Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're doing a bit of a review roundup. I'm going to get you guys an overall score. We'll also check a bunch of different scores. I like to check like the lowest, the middle, the highest. We really appreciate you guys being here. Again, I am not trying to be a hater and a Debbie Downer. I've just been trying to caution people about this game. I felt like the marketing was very misleading. And... okay, we got a 95 from Forbes and Gaming Trend. I've been very concerned about the lack of console footage. All right, so let's go back and let's refresh and see if the score changes at all. Yeah, still just 51 scores and a 79. Not quite the Game of the Year score I was expecting to see, especially on PC. I thought this was going to score far better on PC. So... do me a quick favor. I don't think I've ever had this level of viewership before for a non-live event. Holy cow, 4,000 people. Make sure and hit that like button and consider hitting subscribe. Maybe even consider becoming a member. Okay, this one's in another language, so I won't be able to read this. So let's go back and get one of the lower ones. I think that was the one that was like super low. I wouldn't say this is bad, but I would say it's much lower than I expected. Is Critical Hits the one that I just closed? Yeah, that's in another language. So let's try. Well, this is definitely going to be. Well, let's read their summary. Let's read their summary since we can't go. Crimson Desert draws attention for its ambitious open-world adventure proposal, but the experience ultimately falls short of expectations. The game features a confusing narrative with uninteresting characters and missions that feel like generic MMO tasks. The combat has many mechanics but little depth, with artificial difficulty spikes and unresponsive controls. Even with impressive graphics and a high degree of exploration freedom, issues with art direction, bugs, and design decisions make the game feel vast in content but shallow in quality. Remember, I consistently warned and was concerned it would be a master of none. It would be a jack of all trades, master of none. I said it looked like scope creep the game. It was like there was so much to do. It was hard for me to think that it would be excellent in all those categories. I really mean that. I was like, I just don't know. That just seems like too many things. Let's check out The Gamer. Spoiler-free 150-hour review. A deeply flawed diamond is what they call it. Now, I typically just go to the bottom and I read their summary. I'm trying to save you guys time. All right? Let's read. I blasted through 150 hours of Crimson Desert in a little under 2 weeks, so it's possible I'm simply burned out by the experience before reaching its end, and now find myself jaded beyond repair. Putting this aside, though, there is so much that Crimson Desert does well. Combat, exploration, and the sense of progression are all top-notch and have the potential to be crafted into something masterful with future updates. See, as I said, we kept hearing that combat and exploration were like the best things. And yet, many of its more frustrating elements are impossible to ignore and are in dire need of refinement. It's highly ambitious and one of the most intriguing AAA games I've played in years, but I just wish so many parts of the whole weren't inherently flawed. Now my journey in Pywel has come to an end. I'll be leaving this one on the shelf for a while. And they give it a 4 out of 5, so it's an 80. That's not a terrible score. Massive and beautiful open world, maybe the best ever. That's a pro. Fluid combat, excellent combo system, sense of discovery and wonder. Okay, pros and cons. So these are the cons. Finicky controls and puzzles, poor boss balance and design, many small frustrations that stack up over time. Now, we've had some of the people that went to preview events talk about how some of the boss fights would be very, very difficult and almost like a skill check that would bum people out and make it very hard for them to enjoy themselves. So let's do a refresh here on the overall score. It has dropped again, 57 total reviews. It's a 77. I would say this score is not going to put it in contention for Game of the Year. I think a lot of those declarations are just probably not going to come true. Okay, not quite the game everybody thought it was going to be, as it seems. Final thoughts here. This is from let's make this bigger so you guys can see it. Pause. MMORPG developer Pearl Abyss claims that Crimson Desert is an open-world action adventure. While it certainly looks the part, I can't concur. From its side quest-heavy gameplay loop to a reliance on exhaustive grinding, this is very much this developer's vision of Red Dead Redemption 2 or Dragon's Dogma 2 competitor, but with the design philosophies of a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. While that doesn't inherently doom this title, it does emphasize how solitary and laborious an MMORPG experience can be when completely alone in its world. Yeah, that's worrisome. You have a big open world that's like, oh, it's not an RPG, it's not an RPG, it's just an action game. And they're like, yeah, it's laborious. It's like an MMORPG and you're by yourself. That would be a concern. Remember, they originally were building this to be an MMORPG and they switch it to a single-player action game, right? In an ambition to feature novelties, systems, and gimmicks from all the best in the genre, it never goes the distance to integrate these disparate elements in a way that provides a satisfying reward loop for the player. Instead, while you are forced to scrimp and save to restock your crucial consumables in a world that will enthusiastically kill you, you can at least look forward to some of the best presentation values this year with admirable PC performance to boot. A $5 super chat from Illegal Monkey. Lower score than current Starfield score, not a good sign. Guess I'll be playing Grind Survivors. Remember all those people said that I was being a hater and that this game was going to be amazing and a Game of the Year contender? Do you guys remember that? It wasn't that long ago. I think it was like just about an hour ago. You guys remember that? Member berries that? Caleb with 5 gifted members. Thank you so much. Mr. Caleb gets us a $2.19 on the week. I mean, I remember that. It was a raucous day, chat. It was a raucous day. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. I'm sorry that I had to make chat members only. Consider becoming a member. There's a gifted from Angry Pete. We're 5 away from the next milestone. So they say that the good, this review is going to go through the good and the bad. The good says Pywel's overwhelmingly gorgeous graphics will make your eyes bleed. Complimentary. Okay. Accents and delivery give the world an authentic sense and place. In-engine cutscenes are very well animated. PC performance is surprisingly robust and serves the game tremendously. And a 10 bomb comes in from Hidden Siryu. Thank you so much. The bad. Constantly grinding for viable healing items murders any excitement for combat. Controls are infrequently unresponsive mess. So now this is the second review to say that the controls are unresponsive. That's a concern. Remember Maximilian? Did you guys remember that? Maximilian wouldn't go into details, but he was curious about the latest preview event, and he said, I'm curious, did they fix the controls? Do you remember that? Do you remember him saying that? Sounds like it's been an issue since the preview event, and it still is one. Unintuitive interfaces and mission structure, long loads, unskippable cutscenes, and general unhurriedness hamper pacing. $2 super chat from SSJ Havoc. What's the score so far? It's a 77. Let's refresh. It's a 77 out of 59 critic reviews. Now, keep in mind, I anticipated being this the highest score because this is where it's going to perform the best on PC. This is definitely not Game of the Year contention. This is not horrible, but this is certainly not what everybody was saying. Skill Up said the same thing. Unresponsive controls. That's super concerning for a game where the combat's been one of the selling points. We've seen performance issues now for combat on console footage, and now we're hearing the controls are unresponsive? Jiminy Christmas, boys. I tried to tell you. Let's go to English. So this is one of the best technical and artistic levels in the history of video games. Excellent, varied gameplay mechanics, very many gameplay options, high value. Disadvantages: the narrative style of mediocre missions, the filler and repetitive content disease of open world games are back again. Oh boy. Crimson Desert may not be a completely focused game, meaning it may not shine in one aspect overwhelmingly, but its diverse set of systems defies repetition and boredom and attempts to break technical and design boundaries. It is certainly a real technical achievement that takes open worlds in games to unprecedented levels. I wonder if that's just because it was going to be like an open world MMO, though. Y'all still feeling good about those pre-orders? You still feeling good about those pre-orders? You still think I'm a hater? Okay. Let's see. Games Radar. Crimson Desert is messy, but as you untangle its mechanics and compensate for its flaws, elements of genius and wonder make the experience worthwhile. Take time to leave the beaten path and find out which of the many facets appeal to you, and you'll discover a game that's far better as a sandbox than a story. Is this another case of you were right? I appreciate the $2 super chat, True SSJ Havoc. I mean, this would be a great time for like a member train victory lab, y'all. I mean, this would be a pretty good time for that. Anyways, these guys seem to think it's a fun open world sandbox and not a great story. Pros: fighting against groups of enemies is always superb. All right. Well, we'll see what the console boys think about this. We'll check it out. We're going to be... Remember, we are checking this game out tomorrow on console. I'll be playing Series X, base PlayStation 5, and the Pro. Okay? A truly vast world, beautifully presented. Exploring always yields fascinating results. This was the consistent notes that we heard from the previews, that combat and exploration are great. There is a single from True SSJ Havoc. Thank you so much, sir. There's another one from Maximilian Pegasus. Boom, 232. Little bit of a member train starting. Thank you, boys. Make sure you're also going crazy on that like count. Cons: a story that's difficult to invest in. Boss fights are often exhaustingly difficult. Some sloppy and disordinate mechanics. So we're once again hearing that the boss fights are not fun, or they're often really difficult for seemingly no reason. We've read multiple reviews now that have said this. That's super disappointing, because those were some of the gameplay segments that I thought looked amazing. Jadix comes in with the third member on the member train. Thank you so much, Jadix. Welcoming in people to suddenly be able to talk in chat. I appreciate that so much. It's a sandbox, but I've heard it's a linear game. Basically, if you liked Black Desert Online as a solo player, you'll like this. Yeah, I don't know. PC Gamer saying if I had to score it now, they're giving it a 6. Oof. Let's refresh Destructoid's review. All right. Let's scroll down to the bottom. Oh, these ads. Get out of here. Let's go to the bottom. They said the overall story quality is strong. Destructoid seems like they liked it. I'm too zoomed in here. Jiminy frickin' Christmas. Get this ad out of here. This is a long review. I like to go down to the summaries. Gee, money, Christmas, this person put in work. At the end of the day, Crimson Desert is a fine title with a story, characters, and a world worth exploring. Coupled with entertaining gameplay, memorable bosses, and deep engaging systems, it has just about everything a good game should have. Polishing these elements a little further would have done a world of wonders for the title, but the rough edges don't take away from the core experience that much, as the game is impossible to put down once you get going. So again, it sounds like this is sort of one of the consensus points, that it does need some polish and some quality of life, some tender love and care. Again, that was kind of my thought process in encouraging people to not pre-order the game. Pearl Abyss has made a place for itself among great AAA developers. I'm excited to see where it takes us next. Gave it an 8.5. Crimson Desert features a fantastic content-rich open world where player freedom is the #1 priority. There is so much... So Twitch just crashed my dadgum browser. Oh, wow. That's incredible. There we go. Fantastic content, open world rich, where player freedom is number. Okay, hang on. There is so much to do and so many places to go that it's easy to get lost among the ancient ruins, mystical forest, and snowy mountains. A lack of polish breeds frustration, but nothing can shake up the firm foundations of this incredible title. So they liked it, okay? They liked it. So rest assured, boys, there are people out here that really, really enjoyed it, okay? It's nobody right now is running a victory lap on like, haha, game sucks. It's, I was worried about the rough edges, the combat, the controls, and all of that. It's not scoring that great on PC. Okay? You know? It's not scoring bad, but it's not scoring that great. People were telling me today, like, this is the second coming. It was going to be like, you know, game of the year. It's got a 77, boys. It'll probably have its best score on PC. From everything we've seen on console, it's not going to score as well over there. So there are people that have enjoyed it, though. Okay, so this does not mean that you can't buy it and have a good time. I still just think this stacks up the reasons to be cautious. Okay? It stacks up the reasons to be cautious. Massive open world with countless activities, stories, quests, and places to explore. Intuitive, satisfying combat, complete with numerous options of weapons and armor. This is the first person that's described the combat as intuitive. And ladies, boys and ladies, I am so sorry. Boys and ladies. Boys and lady. Purple haze lady. I've only played a few hours of the much-hyped Crimson Desert, so weight my opinion accordingly, says Jason Schreier. But those few hours were so boring and soulless that I absolutely did not want to play anymore. Feels like a game designed for people who just want to consume content. Anyway. Beautiful graphics and performance that puts more AAA games to shame. Recognizable, unique boss fights that let the combat shine. Hundreds of hours of gameplay. I wonder if this person's just like really good at combat. Like, they think the combat's intuitive. They think the boss fights are great. A lot of the other reviews were like, yeah, the combat's not intuitive and the boss fights are like egregiously hard. Maybe this is like a Souls veteran. Horrible balance. Never mind. Cons. Horrible balance, especially when it comes to bosses in certain region liberations. Never mind. Never mind, chat. They say the same thing. Sometimes rather repetitive. Unlocking and doing certain things can feel like a chore. Overall lack of polish and quality of life that can be fixed post-launch. Well, that's what we hope they do. Anyway, what do we have here? So this is going to be another positive one. I'm trying to read both the negative and the positive reviews. I want to give you guys the full gamut. Okay. Ooh. Here we go. These guys think it's excellent. Gaming Trend says this is a once-in-a-generation action RPG that redefines the genre, providing hundreds of hours of incredibly varied gameplay that never stops giving you new things to do. There are a handful of bugs to hammer out, but don't let that dissuade you. You're looking at your likely RPG of the year. Don't tell the devs that. The devs say it's not an RPG, so... Don't tell the devs you think it's the RPG of the year, because they said it's not an RPG. So let's keep this between you and us, okay, chat? Don't just between us. All right. Anyway, Pros, graphics are absolutely mind-blowing. Voice acting and soundtrack is fantastic. I actually thought the soundtrack sounded pretty good in the videos we were watching today. Side missions are almost as satisfying as the main missions. See, this is interesting because the other reviews we were reading were saying that like the side missions and the side content was like really repetitive and not fun. So I don't know. So many puzzles, caves, and mysteries to discover, incredible world building, a wealth of things to do beyond the story. Cons, some bugs remain, instructions can occasionally be obtuse. We heard this from the previews. Not every mechanic or activity is a home run. Yeah, we've heard this from other reviews as well. Yes. Now, I'm curious, boys. Can you guys help me locate? It's doing a little bit better on OpenCritic at an 81, but it has less reviews, only 33. So at 61, double the reviews almost. 67. 6-7. My daughter would be so excited. She loves to say that, and it drives me freaking insane. Anyways, it's getting a 77 over here on Metacritic. And a 77 over here on Metacritic. Are there any good reviews out there that talk about performance on the PC? Yeah, that's what I was curious about too, Furious Pickle. Is anybody talking about like the PCs that they're using? I'm wondering if the boss fight issue is just another thing like Souls-like where you need to get good. That's a weird thing to do in an open world action game though, to like have sudden difficulty spikes on bosses. That's like a weird design choice, right? I wonder if the difficulty in boss spikes is because they were designing this to be an MMORPG and maybe some of the bosses are overtuned for group fight and you're by yourself, so you can't split aggro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this was originally going to be an MMORPG, so are there certain bosses in the mix where suddenly you're like, good golly, why is this so hard? Well, what if that boss was tuned for group fights where, like, you know, they expected 4 to 6 people to be in the room splitting the aggro and doing damage, and you're like, yeah, I'm by myself, what the heck? Like, this was not originally going to be a single player open world action game. It was going to be an MMORPG. So yeah, ACG is saying wait for sale. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like ACG trends toward being a pretty positive guy, and he's saying to wait for sale. He's not saying to do a deep sale or never buy. He's just saying wait for sale. He has like his buy, wait for sale, deep sale, never touch. He's saying wait for sale. That's not a ringing endorsement from a guy I feel like who kind of trends towards positive. Matt Piscatell says, as a content lover, how much content does Crimson Desert really have to offer? I don't care about anything other than the amount of said content. I just need content quantity. Nothing else matters to me. A content aficionado. I want a Bandini Mountain amount of content, nothing less. Is he being facetious? I feel like he's being facetious. According to PC Gamer, it sold 400,000 copies on Steam already. Well, I will say this. There have certainly been times where the critics are tepid and the users love it. Lies of P would be an example of a game where the reviewers were not this low, but they were more tepid and the users loved it. That could certainly happen here. Thank you so much. Mini Black, it's his second account. VIP says, holy frick. 2,000 viewers. We need more PR guys to block you. For real, though, if base PS5 performance is where you predict, we talking high road, or is Lucille finally going to get some fresh air? I don't know. I don't like getting Lucille out these days. I'm trying to take the path of peace. I'm trying to be a peaceful man. Paul Tassi says, I've never seen anything like this. I played for 100 hours. I've never been bored. It's a 9.5. So he loved it. I feel like he's usually pretty critical, too. I don't feel like Paul is one to just be like, oh, it's amazing. I feel like he's one to trend to the critical. That's why he and I used to get along. Luke Stevens loves it. He's somebody that I trust. No, I mean it. The critics could land in the 77s, and the users could love this. I would not necessarily take this 77 as like a foreboding thing. I just think this adds to the caution, right? I think this adds to the caution, boys. Like, they were really weird with the marketing, a lot of hype. Especially you console boys, I'm here to tell you, if this is where it's landing with the PC critics, I would still be very, very cautious about pre-ordering this on console. My plan tomorrow, okay? My plan tomorrow is to play this game. I'm going to play this game on the PlayStation 5, the Series X, and the PlayStation 5 Pro. I want you guys to get as good of a look at it as you can. I feel like I have done my absolute best to not get too angry and irritated with people while also really saying, do not pre-order this game. There are lots of red flags. So I'm willing to buy the game twice. I'm going to buy it on my Xbox and my PlayStation. The support from you guys has been incredible. I am willingly doing that. The turnout, you know, the support, the love, the members, the super chats. To me, I have no problem doing that for you guys so that you can make that decision and come to a conclusion tomorrow. I'm getting Grind Survivors. Warren's co-op. No, it doesn't have co-op. It's so good, though. It's such a fun Survivor game. Luke Stevens has a Crimson Desert Amaze Me video. Okay. I think there's plenty of people that can like and enjoy this game. I mean, look, it's got a 77, but let's be fair. Let's be fair, y'all. There are people that loved it. 100, 95, 95, 95, 95. Listen, you might be one of these people. 94, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. You see? You could be one of these people. Don't let the Metacritic score dissuade you. I just don't think this game is just the giant triumph that people thought it was going to be. I think it's just more tepid with the critics. I think it'll land even worse when critics review it on console, because I don't think it's going to run very well on console. And, you know, you could be one of these people. I'm being fair to the people that were excited about it. You don't need to be like, oh, 77, it's trash, don't get it. Look at how many of the scores are above the 77 line. All right? Look, now we're in the 70s. You see? It doesn't take much. Now, listen, you might look, there's a lot of these yellow ones down here, boys. There's a lot of these scores. A lot. 45s. 50s, 50s, 50, 60, 60, 60, 60. That's a lot. Again, this might end up being a pretty divisive topic. It might end up being a pretty divisive topic. You know? Where there are going to be people that feel like it's let's look. Right? 49 are at an 80 or higher. 20 are down below that. So I like Game Informer. What did Game Informer say? They gave it a 70. Can I get to the article? Get out of the way. Okay, there we go. Jiminy Christmas. That was 3 pop-ups. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Jiminy. Okay. Crimson Desert's problem is that it's simply over-designed, Game Informer says. There are too many moving pieces. Even as in-depth as I've gone, there's still half a dozen systems I haven't touched on, like trading and banking, and perhaps, most crucially of all, not all of that is fun. I adored running around Pywel and poking my head in ancient ruins, but that enjoyment was constantly brought to a grinding halt by an oppressive boss battle that took me 2 hours, an inscrutable puzzle with a solution that required an ability I didn't yet have, or wonky controls that would send me careening off the side of a cliff to my doom, forcing a respawn. And while I didn't find Crimson Desert to be overly buggy, especially for a game of this size, I did have 5 hard crashes in my time and a handful of bugs, like my wagon getting completely stuck in a building, forcing me to go back to camp and pick the option to retrieve it, then do the mission all over again. I wish Crimson Desert had stripped away some of the superfluous systems, simplified the combat, and really honed in on exploration and puzzle solving. The quiet moments atop mountain peaks and wandering through bustling city streets with the little stories therein are truly something special. However, the game's lack of meaningful main narrative and over-reliance on padding things undoubtedly hurt it. But, more than anything, there's a foundation with Crimson Desert that I hope can be built upon, and considering this is Pearl Abyss's first single-player game, I wonder how much of this can be chalked up to growing pains. The studio clearly took liberal inspiration from other games, but I hope that can be something more. Look forward to the future. Crimson Desert has something special buried beneath its surface, if all those unneeded layers can be cut out. I've always enjoyed Game Informer. I think they're always well written, they're charitable, I think they're thoughtful. I've always liked their reviews. Thank you, Kyle, for becoming a member and helping us. We're trying to get to 600 paying members, and you just helped us out. Thank you so much, Mr. Kyle. What time's the game unlock on console tomorrow? Same time these reviews dropped. For me, like 6 o'clock. Gonna be another long day tomorrow, boys. We're gonna do a Crimson Desert gameplay waiting room, and then I'm gonna play gameplay for you on 3 different systems. So, Poppin' drives me nuts. The Poppin's pretty egregious. It's pretty egregious, boys. It is. Guys, we have 800 likes. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video before we are done. If you haven't seen it yet, the Crimson Desert Metacritic score, it went up to a 78. It went up to a 78. Oops, I'm in the wrong frame. There we go. That's a little bit easier to see. Two long days in a row. Yeah, dude. You guys gave me your energy today. Yo, Alex over there with 12 months on Purple. Thank you so much. We're so close to ending the day being on pace for the week. We want to end the day at 300 members. This is my commitment to you guys. If you get to 500, you get your Saturday stream with Madam. She'll react to gaming news. It's always hysterical. If you've never seen a Saturday stream with my wife, those are public streams, by the way. Everybody can tune in 8 p.m. on Saturday night. 8 p.m. Eastern. But we got to get to 500 members. We get there with gifteds as well as new. Become a member right now if you've never done before. Give it a try. It's $5 for the whole month. Also, if you guys hit the stretch goal this week, Madam will play some Crimson Desert, which will probably be hysterical. You guys got a long way to go. See if you can't pull this one out like you did last week. You're going to need some of the big boys probably to help out. How's it looking? Fine. Not incredible and not bad. Just fine, a 78. I think people thought this was going to be a major Game of the Year contender, and I think it's clear that that's not happening. So, okay, I'll say this. I'm going to try and keep it positive because I've always thought, hey, this game looks pretty good. Maybe they can patch it. Maybe they can do things. Maybe they can, get things in a better place because I just thought that it was going to be a jack of all trades, master of none. Thank you for using your Prime sub over there, Jay Facer, on Purple. I greatly appreciate that. Luke Stevens review. Fighting Cowboy says it's close to perfection. I was just getting ready to say, it seems to be one of the trends of the reviews that, boy, oh boy, are they close. They've got some work to do. They've got a lot of stuff that's kind of getting in the way. My concern is that if you're going to play it on console, all the issues that we read about from the reviews, make sure and stack all those on top of the fact that it probably isn't going to run very well on console. So, Cool Bama Guy with a Prime sub over there on purple gets us to 238. Thank you so much for using your Prime sub on me. It's scoring close to Black Myth Wukong, and everybody slobbered all over that. You could certainly see a big divide here where the user base loves it and the reviews were just more tepid. You definitely could. And here's the thing. Even the reviews that were positive were like, yeah, there's some stuff here that needs to be fixed. You know? We got a bit of a hype train coming on purple. All right, purple, turn it around. It's 123 YouTube to your 25. It's time. There is 200 people watching. This is the most people we've had watching on YouTube in a long time. Let's go a little crazy. Let's get a little crazy. Come on, Twitch. Classic Xander drops a 25-month resub, says, thanks for all the content. I have been sitting in this chair for 9.5 hours today, and I've had a blast with you guys. Jerry was 16 months on YouTube, and Wired Rope drops a 5-bomb on Twitch, and almost rolls the hype train over. I suspected the reviews would be divisive. I actually thought the reviews were going to be strong. I thought they were going to be like mid to high 80s. I was expecting like an 85, maybe an 87. I really did. I thought, man, because I kept saying the game looks good. Everybody kept thinking I was being a hater. I was like, no, I think the game looks good. I want to play it. It just looks like it's not going to run well on console, and the marketing's been misleading. That's frustrating. As someone who liked it from moment one, putting in the overtime today, I am putting in the overtime. I just hopped in here, man. You look so familiar. Did you change your name? Yeah, I used to be Say No to Rage as a full-time Destiny content creator. I got my Twitch channel back last year. Dan Clancy looked into it, reinstated the channel. I should have never been banned to begin with. Thank you so much for the Prime sub over there, Chavez, and gets us to 246. I currently owe YouTube a member. Whoever makes this hit 250, it's right above me, 246. Now it's going to be 247. Thank you so much, We Must Rebel, for 23 months. I greatly appreciate it. And make sure you guys on YouTube are hitting that like button. It does help me out. It really helps me out. And Jack Garland's going to come over to Twitch and drop a Prime sub and get us to 248 on the day. I was happy for you, brother. All that stuff was BS. I was sticking with you, Brody. I'm so happy for you. Hey, man, time and truth are undefeated. You can't beat them. You can't. We won. We're still here. Forever Ghosty with a Prime over there on purple gets us to 249. And a gifted member from Harbinger on YouTube seals the deal at 250. I owe YouTube another member. FYI, I used my Prime sub, but I need to actually share it. Yep, I saw it. Mike on a mic with a Prime sub over there on purple. Purple, you're trying to roll the hype train over to level 3. You got 3.5 minutes to do it. I appreciate it so much. I really do. This has been a banner day for us. Just unbelievable turnout on both platforms and unbelievable support. I really mean it, guys. Like, what a day today has been. What a day. You guys are just such a blessing, man. Seriously. We were able just to sit here and do our thing. It got passionate. It got fiery. But it was fun. 75 total reviews and an average of 78. And Fuzzy comes in with a 5-bomb on YouTube and says, hey, we're 20 away from the next milestone at 275. We haven't had a 20 bomb yet this week. Let's see if somebody pulls the trigger. Nerd Bucket drops a Prime on purple. Thank you. Nerd Bucket gets us to 257. Why no console reviews? Somebody tell him. Somebody tell Mikey. Why are there no console reviews? Incredible Black with 43 months on YouTube gets us at 258. I don't always agree with you, but you right. You white PS no more Blackie jokes. Okay, I'll do my best. I will do my best. Okay. I actually won't. I will still make them. ACG gave it a wait for sale. Yeah, ACG is usually pretty positive. I know why. Yeah, Mikey Bot's being a goof. He's being a goof. I don't trust reviews. I do prefer to try the game. D2 had 85 Metacritic and the game was total shite. I think it's hard to review a live service game, though. Will Powers was mad at Lono and said, that's it, no console reviews. All right, Twitch, you have 2 minutes to roll the hype train over. Hurry up. Wait, it did not get 90 like you thought it would get? I didn't say 90. I said mid to high 80s. Seeds, I thought it was going to score well on PC. I thought the PC crowd and the reviewers, I thought they were going to love it. I kept saying that I thought the game looked good. I didn't like the marketing, and it wasn't going to perform well on console. I was telling people right before I hit refresh on this, I was like, I think it's going to be mid to high 80s. I think it's going to do well on PC. The fact that it's scoring like this on PC is a concern for the console boys, is it not? Danny comes in with 27 months and gets us a 259. Thank you so much. The Extra Life review is up. I'm not pulling up people's reviews and videos. We've just been looking at Metacritic and OpenCritic. Maybe I'll watch some reviews tonight, and we'll watch some clips tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to do another waiting room. We're going to do a Crimson Desert gameplay waiting room. Crimson Desert console gameplay waiting room. Yeah, it's important, isn't it? To see it on console. 30 seconds, Twitch! 30 seconds, Twitch! I was being a smartass. I mean, that just goes without saying, Detective Seeds. As soon as they were not giving out console codes, I was like, Houston, there's a problem here. I'm surprised Tassie gave it a 9.5 because I remember him being usually critical. He usually is pretty critical. Like I said, I think the audience could end up loving it. We've seen that happen before. We've seen reviews land tepid, and then the audience loves it. That could certainly happen with this game. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't think that's going to happen on console. I don't think that's going to happen on console. I think it's going to get, potentially, this could have a much higher score on PC, like the Steam user score. I don't think it's going to have a great score on console. I don't. Based on everything we've seen, I'm like, I don't know what people are seeing, but it don't look good to me. I'm trying to burn through Ghost of Tsushima as a recap so I can get to Yote and play the first time. Don't do that. No, don't you do that. Play Ghost of Tsushima and enjoy it. Marinate in that sucker. It's a masterpiece. Yote will be there when you are done, sir. How dare you? Don't you do that. Don't you rush through a game like that. What are you doing? I am scolding you, sir. Talking about marketing, the Will guy was so unprofessional in his replies to people, telling them to use their brains. Yeah, everybody made me out to be the bad guy. I wasn't the bad guy. I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. I tried to tell you people. I tried to play ball with these people. I tried. Unbelievable. The way I was treated. There it is, Omar. That's the clip. I tried to play ball with these clowns. That's right. I tried. You know? I was polite. I asked questions. Hey, are we going to get to see that base console footage? You know, we heard this from Fighting Cowboy. And what'd you do? Huh? What'd you do? Oh, man. Listen, I have a right to have a little bit of snark and swagger after all the crap that I had to hear from people for the past month. All right? I'm entitled to a little bit of snark, a little bit of swagger and snark after all that we had to listen to and endure. But I'm not going to do it for too long because that gets annoying. Okay, let's check this. Is chat members only? Yes. You should have seen chat, Omar. There were 4,000 people here, Omar. We peaked at like 4,300 viewers. Chat was like, bree. People were like, you're a hater, you're a rage baiter, you're a hater, bree. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. I want to talk to my community. Get the frick out. I literally made it members only. I was like, homies, I can't even talk to my community. I think when I made it members only, we had like 2,400 people, and then we climbed to over 4,000. Like, if I wouldn't have set it to that, I wouldn't have been able to see anything. I mean, it was just a constant, it was like a dadgum waterfall. It was bonkers. And they were being mean. They were being very mean. Very mean and very angry. And I was just like, why are you guys so upset? I was like, I'm just telling people to not pre-order because this is likely where it's going to get its best score from the critics. This is where it runs the best. They were ticked, man. All the people were crashing out about Lono's sensible, rational takes. You know what I did? I didn't totally gray rock, but I was really trying to channel some gray rock energy. I was like, I'm not going to get wound up. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to stay calm. I'm not going to give them what they want. They wanted me to get ticked and rattled, and I was just like, I don't know what the problem is. I was like, I think this is remarkable. I stayed so cool. I think it made them more mad. I'm going to be real. I think it made them more frustrated that I was just like, I just stayed so even keel. I was like, I'm not falling for this. I've been doing this so long. I know what y'all are trying to do. You're trying to get me amped, and I just wouldn't do it. I was like, no. I know the game you're playing. I got animated during the waiting room. That was fun. That was debate time. That was entertainment time. Review roundup, I was like, nope, not doing that. We're gonna keep this calm, right? I'm not getting my confetti tomorrow. No, you're not, Jamal. I'm not even gonna have it. I don't even need it. I know I'm right. Listen, I've tried to tell you guys many, many times. I've had some misses, but I wouldn't bet against me. If I was me or if I was you, how am I supposed to say that? Frick. I don't know what I'm saying. I wouldn't bet against me is what I'm saying. Yo, 20 spot from Dryad Sun says, refunded my Steam purchase. I'll wait until the price drops. Thank you for the $20 super chat. That's very kind of you. Guys, as we're kind of winding down here and we're getting a little wild and we're having a little bit of fun, make sure you hit that like button. Grind Survivors just got an update. I wonder what did they have patch notes somewhere? Bro was like, I just got $70 back. Here's a 20 spot. Hey, if I've saved you some money, you can send a little bit of appreciation to me. If I've helped save you some money or some time, or just hit that like button. That's all you got to do. You don't got to give me any money. Just get that like button going. Let's get that 1,000 likes. Bam, 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 bam. Hit that 1,000 likes. Hit it. Let's do this. Let's get 1,000 likes before the stream's over. Yeah, you guys should hear. Listen, y'all. Y'all should know. Y'all should know my name. It's terrible. It's terrible. Lonostradamus. I love the bottom part. Hang on. Do you still doubt him? Right? Yeah. Happens all the same, boys. You gotta watch out. I hate how much that looks like me. It's freaking disturbing as frick. He was wrong about marathons, so bad picture. Wait, Fuzzy. It wouldn't be a stream if we didn't have a little peek at those marathon Steam charts. Let's see, boys. Let's go back to the Crimson Desert review score. Don't be mad, please, everybody. Don't be mad. I only showed it for a few seconds. You know, I know that that's maidenless, unemployed behavior. I apologize. I apologize for putting you guys through that. I'm really sorry. How long have I been streaming? 9.5 hours arguing with people. That's not bad, but showing those Steam charts. There it is, Fuzzy. F you, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's it, the Larry David give. F you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, golly. Chat. We're going to have a long day tomorrow. All right? We're going to have a long day tomorrow. We're going to do a gameplay waiting room. You're going to be able to see the game on the base PS5, the Series X, as well as the PS5 Pro. So thank you guys so much for all the support today. We have almost 900 likes on the YouTube video. Keep it going, boys. We're trying to get 1,000 likes before the stream ends. We'll refresh here. 82 total reviews, sitting at a 78. And keep in mind, when we do a waiting room, we can just kind of talk and vibe. So if you're like, I don't really want to talk Crimson Desert anymore, homies, just show up tomorrow. We can kind of talk about whatever. It's honestly just like, it's kind of like old school Destiny streams. We just talk about whatever. If you guys don't want to talk Crimson Desert tomorrow, ain't no way we're going to talk Crimson Desert for 9 hours. Ain't no way. All right. How you feeling about 78? I actually think it's a little concerning. I thought it was going to score better on PC because I don't think it's going to score as well on console because I don't think it's going to perform as well on console. I think like performance is going to be rough. I expected mid to high 80s. I thought it looked like a pretty strong game. People thought I was hating, but I kept saying it looks good, it looks fun. The marketing's frustrating me, and the console performance is a big concern. Yeah, I don't think this is a bad score. It certainly is not a great score either. People are thinking Game of the Year contender. I don't think that's happening. Is it playable today? It is playable in basically 24 hours. So, I will do that tomorrow. We can talk about Destiny Vanilla. Probably have more players in Destiny 2. That's not good. I'm hoping it's reviewers that just don't get it. Well, I will say this, Fletchit. There is agreeance from all the reviews. Even the people that like it seem to agree with the people that don't like it. It's rough around the edges. Boss balance is pretty terrible. Lots of repetitive, mundane content. So the people that don't like it and the people that like it basically agree it's got work to do. Even the people that like it seem to be conceding that it's got work to do. So Forbes gave it a 9.5. Fighting Cowboy gave it a 9. ACG says wait for a sale. ACG is usually pretty positive. I think it's, I don't know. Will's only looking at the highest scores. Well, based on what he's done on Twitter, he's probably blocked all the people giving it a bad score. So it's he can't see those scores. So no, I can see what he says on Twitter, even though I'm blocked. Don't you remember that change they made? People who like the game like the game. What a wonderful tautology, right, Paul? He's a very insightful person, you know? Hey, man, people who like the game. So if you're one of the people that like the game, you're going to like the game. What? What did you just say? Oh, okay. Wow, that's so insightful. I can't believe it. People who like pizza. Wait, what? Like, huh? Oh, man. People who like that restaurant eat there. Yeah. Woof. That's some dizzying logic. All right, boys. You got 5 minutes. I will only extend if you get us to 300 members. So, very short window of time. I'm ready to go just crash on my couch and play video games. I'm not doing anything for the rest of the night. If you guys want to extend the stream and keep hanging out and keep having laughs, you need 41 more members. And I'll do it. I'll hang out for another 30 minutes or so. But y'all are going to have to hustle. You're going to need a lot of renewals and gifteds to extend. I am a tired puppy. I've almost been streaming for 10 hours. So I am ready to be done. The plan is the plan until it's not the plan. That's exactly right, Trill. Lono, read previous. No! Will says, we could show you the console score reviews, but you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, I mean, we would show you the console review scores, but you wouldn't believe it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. Congrats on the awesome day. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. We have 897 viewers and we have 897 likes. Holy crap, what an inception that is. That's crazy. That's crazy. PlayStation will be dropping the PlayStation Network and PSN branding by September. We'd like to inform you that Sony Interactive Entertainment has strategically decided to phase out the PlayStation Network and PSN across all platforms in order to what? What the frick are they going to call it? All the features currently associated with PSN, including core network features such as friends, multiplayer, and trophies, will remain unaffected and available to players. You'll be notified ahead of changes coinciding to the technical requirements checklist. Oh, it's purely visual. So they're not changing anything to the network? What the heck are they going to call it? Okay. Hang on, I'm replying to something. Where is this? Club Cerny? Yeah, it's going to be called Club Cerny. All right, what time is it? All right, 2 minutes, boys. 2 minutes. You need a 50 bomb at this point. I don't think you guys are going to be able to hit 40 members in 2 minutes without a 50 bomb. Collide says, I doubt you, bro. Oh, I never doubted you. Good debate. I appreciate you, Collide. Thank you. Lono's still on. What's good, Jack? Went to football stadium, came back still on. I'm just working, brother. I'm just putting in the hours today. Guess Bungie did not learn anything because they still F up in every way. What are y'all talking about? Xbox Live sounds catchy. Yeah, PlayStation Network, PSN, yeah. I wonder what they'd call it. Metal Matt's trying to summon a farty bomb. That's what my son calls 50 bombs because he loves to joke about farts. Lona, watch now for the little guy as always. Hey, man. You know, I'm just here. I'm just here, Hex. I'm here for you guys. No, I'm being stupid. I mean that. I meant it. I meant every word of it. Every time I kept saying that I was doing this for the consumer And I knew I was making myself unlikable to publishers and studios by being a stickler to being critical of the marketing. I knew what I was doing, and I didn't care. Fighting Cowboy seems to really like it. Very divisive. Yeah, I actually think the user score on Steam will probably be quite a bit higher than this. I don't think that's going to be true for console. But I actually think the user score on Steam will be higher than 78. Yeah. Looks like the reviewers think it's an RPG game and not an action game. They say fight good bosses, good enemy AI, good big world, but the plot is crap. Well, it also sounds like the boss difficulty swings really dramatically, and like there's a lot of repetitious content. Yeah, it seems yeah, it seems to be divisive. It sounds like there are people who really, really love it, and then there's people who are like, yeah, I don't like it that much at all. It does sound like there's significant agreement between the people that love it and don't like it, in that it has work to do. Like it's not super polished. Which again, that doesn't bode well for the console boys, because we haven't seen lots of console footage, and the console footage we've seen doesn't look that great. Sounds like it has no idea what it wants to be. A couple of the reviews I read really sounded like one of my main concerns was it's going to be a jack of all trades, master of none. It's just kind of like everything, and that nothing will be excellent. Like, it sounds like everything it tries to do is just sort of there, but none of it's actually all that excellent. And I think that's a concern. It's like, why is all this here then? Remember I said, I was like, why am I planting crops and I have a pig? Why? Right? Like, is that really going to be that additive, or is it just some extra system? I kept saying it feels like scope creep the video game. It's like they scope creep the frick out of this game. It's like, yeah, just add it. They just added so much stuff. Originally, it was supposed to be an MMORPG. I think we need to remember that. I think that probably hurt some of its foundational, like, setting its trajectory. I think that probably hurt its trajectory. It just set it on a weird course of, like, being a little strange. But it does sound like you can enjoy it. I would just be very cautious. ACG is usually a pretty positive guy, and he's saying wait for a sale. But then you got guys like Paul Tassi. Tassi's usually pretty critical, and he's giving it a 9.5. Fighting Cowboy loved it. So, yeah, I don't know. If you're going to get it on Steam, at least you've got that 2-hour window to get a refund. It sounds like it takes a while to get to the point where people are kind of liking it. It sounds like the early hours are a little clumsy and frustrating. So that might make it tough to make a judgment call for the PC boys that maybe want to try it and wait, maybe get a refund. I don't know. So, well, that's going to be it for me. You had 3 gracious minutes there where you still could have gone the distance. It's 7:03, boys. I'm done. Stellar day for the channel. Truly a stellar day. This video has close to 30,000 views already. This is our second stream. I just don't even know what to stink and say. I really, truly don't. The first stream is approaching 50,000. 50. What the heck is going on? Thank you for all the likes. Try to, as we end, go crazy on that like button. Okay? Go crazy on it. Should you pre-order? I do not think you should pre-order. No. I don't think it's scoring well enough to earn your purchase. I don't think they have marketed the game in a way that's deserving of your purchase. They have been very evasive. They have obfuscated. I believe they've willfully misled the public, and it doesn't have a great score. I want you to think about this. One last point. They really limited who could review it. It's only reviewable on one platform, and it's got a 78. That ain't a good sign, y'all. That ain't a good sign. They were very, very controlling about who got to play this game and where they got to play this game, and it still doesn't have a crazy good score. That's concerning. So, do with that information what you think is best. I will be streaming the game tomorrow evening on the base PlayStation 5, the Series X, and the PlayStation 5 Pro. I am buying the game twice. I'm going to buy it on Xbox and PlayStation. We're going to have a great day tomorrow. We're going to do a Crimson Desert gameplay waiting room because there's nothing else relevant right now. This is the red hot ticket item. And I thank you guys so much for a stellar day on both platforms. Record numbers on Twitch and YouTube. And I thank you guys for your energy and your positivity. The haters tried to bring us down today, and they failed, as they always do. We will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. If I start a little late tomorrow, be forgiving of this old man. I've sat in the chair for almost 10 hours today. Okay? Take care. Be safe. And make sure if you become a member on YouTube or if a sub on Twitch, get in our Discord. Use that Discord command. That's a perk. If you're watching this later, help us hit that goal on YouTube. Hit join, $5 a month. We're trying to get to 600 paying members. We're getting closer every day. Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.